What's up, everybody? This is Adam again with Adrenaline Cycles, coming at you with a 2021 walk around of a XRC Maverick Sport. Not an X3, guys. It is a Maverick Sport though. New coloration for this year. Everybody's been looking for the X3 models of these. Unfortunately, don't have one yet, but I do have the XRC Maverick Sport and same color scheme. Figure we do a walk around on this so you at least see some of the color in person and not computer generated. So we'll go ahead and start at the front, work our way to the back, talk about some of the changes, and go from there. Not a lot's changed on this model. It's 100 horsepower, smart lock diff, 64 inches wide. Comes factory with a 4,500 pound Can-Am winch, nice synthetic rope with a aluminum fair lead, front skid plate, A-arm skid plates. The cool colorway this year, we definitely like the red, how it's carried through. The big nice red hood, the red bars, the red arms, the red cage. But they did keep the black frame. That's something we're hoping to see more in the future, or I am anyway, is the two-tone colorways from the cage to the frame. So, you know, BRP, if you're listening or watching, or if anybody, you know, likes this, comment down below. But we do like the colorway, you know, give it a little pop, a little color up here so you don't have to do it on your own. We think the red looks really good. It carries through in with the seats and, you know, the X in the seat as well. The door logo looks really cool. And it carries that colorway in the panel. And that's one of the biggest features, guys. That when people buy this model, they're still, you know, they know of it, but they don't know about it exactly. But this full door, dude, I'm telling you, this is what sells it. You know, if you're looking for something where you're wanting to, you know, go out and trail ride, have the creature comforts, you know, especially for a child or wife, these big high doors make it really, really nice. Factory, you know, they shut good, they work good, they're really thick, they're like a car door. They did put the color panels in with it on most of the models. I think the only ones they don't are some of the trails. But like I said, it opens super easy here. Got a latch on the inside as well. I mean, guys, this thing's like a car door. I mean, it's better than a car door because you can take it off-road and it's super tough. Back to the machine itself though, the XRC and XMR and the XXC all come with the signature lights. None of the other models do, which we really, really like that. It's on both sides. Heavy duty sway bars on the front and rear. The springs are a lot beefier on these models as well. Looking at the inside here, you can see, you know, the dash is the thin style dash. It's the 7.5 inch, but it's got the flush style we've talked about in other models where it doesn't have all the contours anymore. It's gone away from that. You know, we don't know what's coming with that, but they have gone away from that. Super nice though, clean look. My favorite storage spots here, put my keys, sunglasses, and wallet in there, and nobody even knows it's a storage pocket. Super, super nice to have that. A little hidey hole, little sneak hole. Obviously your shifters in the middle. Huge glove box on these things, guys. I mean, it's stupid. I mean, really, I carry like a small cooler in it, and what it does is I'll usually, you know, pack, you know, a couple pops and waters in this up here when we're riding our demos around, and it's a little soft cooler. It'll fit right down in there perfect, and you know, while we're riding around, I don't have to stop as much. I got that. This model does come with a rear view mirror, which is another nice feature to have. So this XRC package does have a lot of features, guys, so that's super, super nice. We'll move on to the back. We'll talk about some of the stuff back here. Fender flares, you'll see those come on this model front and rear. 30-inch Liberty tires on 14-inch aluminum non-beadlock wheels. The wheels are the same as last year, just a different color, guys, which looks really good. It's like a slate stone gray color, dark gray. We'll look at the back here. Another good feature of this machine, like we was talking about, is versatility. It does have a 2-inch receiver hitch on the back to start with, so it'll carry the one out of your truck. Straightforward, easy to use, so you don't have any special hitches or anything. It does come with a rear bumper on here as well to help protect your suspension. Again, rear skid plates, on your A-arms, high clearance A-arms at that. So, I mean, it's got a lot of protection, a lot of clearance, a lot of ground clearance. You're probably talking 15 inches of ground clearance, which is quite a bit. And for it to keep the stability that it doesn't feel like it wants to roll over, wants to walk or anything like that. It does a really good job with that. That's about it on this model, guys. Not a whole lot to talk about here. It does have some nice features though that other models don't have, you know, right out of the gate. Some things that we do like to add to these though, because we've had some as demos. Again, harnesses, guys, I can't speak about this enough. I'm not a big fan of a factory seat belt. So these harnesses will actually go right into these. They got mounts in behind the seats. They got cuts in the seats for them. So there's no reason why you can't have some harnesses in these before you leave the dealership. Another thing is some auxiliary lighting. The headlights do a decent job. You know, they work great. But again, I'm getting older, so we like to upgrade these to some HIDs. You can get them online, and they range from $20 to $40. And, you know, typically to be a nice guy on the trail, we'll only do the high beams and leave the low beam at the standard dimmer light. So when you do come up on somebody on the trail, you're not blinding them with a super bright, you know, HID headlight. And then when you get away from them, you kick your high beams back on and got plenty of light. So that's just some things we do like to do this model right out of the gate. Don't have to, by no means. It's a capable, awesome, you know, going machine, but that's just us here at the shop. We're straight up, we've ridden them, we know what they need, you know, just to be that little bit better than factory. So if you guys have any more questions about this model, comment down below. If you have any video ideas, comment down below. And as always, guys, remember to hit that like and subscribe button and that notification bell so you can stay up to date with what we got going on. All right, guys, pro tip of the day. When you're out riding in the woods, you might not think a lot about it because we ride here on the East Coast in the mountains. So typically we don't have a lot of mud. We're not hitting a lot of mud holes. We try to avoid them the best we can. But at the end of the day, we do hit some mud. We do go through some, you know, spots and areas that does have a lot of, you know, debris and trail mud and grit. So one thing we do like to, you know, really focus on when we're back at home washing up our machine is the radiator. There's nothing worse than, you know, going home, cleaning up your machine, parking the garage, jump in the trailer the next weekend, and you head down the road, you get to your favorite riding spot, 5 minutes in, you're overheating. A lot of people think, oh man, I got a problem, you know, got a bad water pump, this, that, or whatever. I can tell you guys, 95% of the time, you didn't get your radiator clean enough. I ain't saying going here with a 3,000 PSI pressure washer. Do not do that. But just go at it with a water hose with just a spray nozzle on the end. And just work your way from the top to the bottom. Just work it around. And then what I do is as the water's coming down, after my machine's clean, I always go back and do this last so I can watch the dirt. But I'll just start at the top and you'll see muddy water coming out. It'll look like chocolate milk. Until it starts to get cleared up, I just keep working it up and down and clean out the whole radiator from the top to the bottom, you know, to make sure I have all that. You know, and like I said, what I do is I look for the dirty water coming out of the bottom while I'm hosing it off. And when it starts to clear up and look a lot cleaner, then I know I've cleaned my radiator. Another thing you can do is always look behind it, and you can see here some of the fins. So look and see if your fins are starting to clog up. You know, if you get out on the trail and you have a muddy situation, you know, you'll see the mud stopped up. A flashlight's a good thing to use. When you get done, you can hold a flashlight in front of it and see if the light's coming through the backside. So that's pro tip of the day, guys. Make sure your radiator's clean before you take off on your next trail ride, especially if you've been around any mud or on a muddy trail for the ride before. Simple, easy to do, doesn't take any more money to do it. Hope this tip helped you guys out and enjoy your next ride.